Pizza is a beautiful form of art. A good buddy of mine gave me a detailed one-on-one course on how to make Neapolitan style pizza. So today I'm going to share my learnings with you so that way you can make Neapolitan style pizza at home. If you want to wow guests at a party, this right here is the food you want to be serving. For this recipe, you will need a digital scale. This is going to allow you to get the exact measurements of all of your ingredients. Talking about our ingredients, we don't need a whole lot. This is very simple, but the first thing that we're gonna need is 1 kilogram of flour. The flour I suggest using is some type of 00 wheat flour. This is an excellent flour for making pizza. 10 grams of dry active yeast. Now the yeast that I'm using is pretty common at almost every single grocery store. 5 grams of sugar, 15 grams of fine kosher salt, and finally 650 grams of water that's at the temperature between 110 and 115 degrees Fahrenheit. First we'll take our warm water, dry active yeast, and sugar, and we're gonna mix that well. We're gonna let this mixture sit at room temperature for about 10 minutes. When your yeast is ready, you will notice that it's real foamy at the top of the mixture. In a large bowl, add in your flour and salt, and you wanna mix that well. Now add in your yeast mixture and incorporate the flour and yeast mixture well. Once everything is incorporated, increase the speed to medium-high, and we're gonna knead the dough for 8 to 10 minutes. To know when your dough has been kneaded, you will know that it's not sticking on the sides of your bowl. So once you see that, go ahead and lay out a little bit of flour on your workstation and roll out your dough. Sprinkle a little bit of flour on your dough. That way it's not so sticky or tacky. And then just bring it together. Apply a little bit of pressure on the bottom, pushing upwards, and then spin it and make a perfect ball out of your pizza dough. A good tip to look for: if you poke at your dough and it bounces back, your dough is good. Now just go ahead and make it into a perfect ball, and we're gonna get it ready to start proofing. Now take a little bit of oil and grease your bowl that you're gonna be letting your dough rise in. Place your dough in the bowl, and we're gonna be greasing the top of the dough ball. Now this is going to allow it to expand. You don't want this dry because it does get dry and make hard cracks on you. So just go ahead and grease it nice. And then we're gonna add a little bit of plastic wrap right on top. You do not want any air on this, so make sure that you get it covered really nice. Let your dough sit in room temperature for about 1 hour. It should rise and double. Once your dough has risen, go ahead and flour a little bit of flour on your workstation and bring out your dough. At this moment, we're gonna just go ahead and bring everything together, and we're gonna separate our dough into dough balls. Sprinkle with a little bit of flour and push out any air if you feel any, and bring your dough together. Using our scale, we're gonna weigh out each pizza dough ball at 220 grams. This recipe actually makes 7 full pizza doughs and 1 small one, but I usually just make a tiny little pizza with that last one. Now take each dough ball, get a little bit of flour on there, and form into a nice perfect circle. Once we're done and got a nice beautiful circle out of our dough, we're gonna place in our dough box. Now you can do several things. You can let this rise for 1 hour and it'll be ready to start making. 2, you can put it in the refrigerator and that will give you some more time, before you need to use it. Or you could put it in the freezer and freeze it, and then you can use it for later time. But all you'll have to do is let it come to temperature and let it rise for 1 hour. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. This is a wonderful recipe and it's became a family favorite. My kids love pizza and so do I, but making it at home is just a special thing. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. It's all about good food and family over here. Now stay tuned for the next pizza series. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to assemble pizza. And also I have these recipes. They're really good. You should try them out. Now y'all be beautiful and take care.